Lucifer, dude, let's see what you do with Renekton. YouTube, what is up? It is Martin ECD's BingeGaming.tv back again for the Renekton top lane. Look at that, dude. That waddle on the full screen is just adorable. Look at it.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yikes. Yikes. Alright.
Minions have spawned.
For the Trundle. The fabled Trundle versus Renekton matchup. I don't know what you're running. I can't fucking see it. Trundle's one of those lanes for me where he kind of bullies you. Even though you're Renekton, he kind of beats you up a little bit early on. That's okay. Your positioning is good here. I like how you're being patient. It's really smart by you. Trundle bites you a lot. He's a biter. He's got a biting problem. You definitely could have managed this better. I don't know what this was. I feel like you just kind of surrendered farm that you didn't have to. Auto Q there. Then you could definitely get that minion and that minion. Yeah, it was just weird, dude. The way you managed that. You probably could have got all that if you played it better. Use your Q to last hit that shit. You'll get better at it. It's alright. So let's talk about this trade. So you do... I don't know if Trundle's just got no fucking... First off, why didn't we chase him? I'm just so baffled. I don't know what elo this is. So you go like this. You stun him. Walk forward, first of all, as you're autoing. Just like you would with an ADC. Step forward as the auto attacks are coming out. Okay? You're just face tanking it and just... There you go. Now you finally led in front. Now auto. You should have another dash. Or... Oh, you'd already used the first one. Okay. You're leading it. You're doing a good job. He flashes. Walk him down river. Okay? First off, walk him down river. Ping Poppy. Walk him all the way in. He just flashed, right? You saw it. You saw it. It's okay to chase here. If you know, if you miss too much, you can TP back or whatever. But definitely walk him down. I don't feel like you needed to give this up already. Ping Poppy and walk him down. If Yi shows up, you're fucking fine. He's got Ghost, you got Flash, you're good. Alright? So you gave it up too quick, I think. Now when he shows back up, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm Ian Ford. I flash, I W. Well, yeah, I flash, I W, I auto, I E Ford, I Q, and then it's G fucking G. So you better do that. You don't even need to flash. He's a Muppet. Good job. You don't even need it. Because he's just like... I don't know what the fuck he's doing there. That's good. We got the lane. Now, what are we gonna build? Let's see what we build. Okay, so we're building towards Tiamat, which I like.
Blue team double kill.
Lane's pushing to us, so you're fine to walk it in. Whoa. Okay, there you are. Okay. I was confused for a second there. So you freeze the lane. You're ulting without purpose. There. Here's what you do. Dude. You are an energy. How much do you need, Lucifer? You have a bullshit champ who wins pretty much every lane and it like deals 1 million damage You just hit this guy for 60% of his HP and then some. Right? You just did. Watch you. I want you to see how silly this looks to me as a guy who plays top lane. You come in, you shit on him. You got another dash ready, so you could dash through if you wanted to hit him again, right? Then you turn level 6. But for some reason, even though you just used all your cooldowns and you have the lane pushing forward now, you go crazy, dude. Why not just wait? You have, like I said, it's energy based, dude. Or it's not even energy based, it's just cooldowns. It's a cooldown based champ. So just wait for your spell rotation to come back. Dude. Like, you would just shit on him. Why do you, why do you play it that way? You miss so much value there. Instead of doing that, why not, as the wave's pushing, you zone, you dash through, you stun him, you kill him or whatever one more time. And then once you hit the turret, you just dive his bitch ass with your fucking flash and your ult. He can't stop you. And then you dive him. You got like fucking 12 minions here. And then you could just end this lane convincingly. Dash forward. Yes. Okay, now, do you see how ugly that was as opposed to what I was just telling you to do? I don't have a dash. Yeah, pretty much. So, like, I think, yeah, you could have made that a lot cleaner, and I would honestly argue that I don't think you needed to flash, because if you had played that all in better, once you hit the turret, this guy's a Muppet, dude. He's fucking Kermit here. In the fucking top lane. So, I just feel like we missed so much of an opportunity to keep our flash, maybe dive this guy, and who knows? Maybe we'll have enough to fucking battle Yi or something when he shows up. I like how this Trundle's asking for help. Like he's gonna... Like he deserves it. Your trade in minions there was very sloppy. Build up some fury first, and then make the trade. See how you played that? Ugly. Not as clean as it should have been. He won that trade. He should never win a trade like that. Put your Hydra on a key and actually use that. Chain that shit in. I don't know if you did there or not. I didn't see it. It's on your 7 slot, it looks like. Oh, there you go. You're using it. Okay. Good. You survived the gank. You're gonna heal back up. That's great, dude. And not only you survived the gank, you survived the ult gank. Where are you going? Why are you warding there? Get in the fucking top lane and fuck this guy up. What's there to see? The dude just ganked you with ult. Or he doesn't even have ult. It's a level 5 gank. Good. You kill him again. Now, what are we doing here? You're backing. Okay. I think you could push. Yeah, I think you're going to figure out that you can push. Okay, I guess maybe not. Maybe we can't fight him. Yeah, he has his ult, probably. Are we building... It looks like we might be building, like, full damage, like, Black Cleaver or something. Ooh, why the TP, though? You weren't gonna miss much. You weren't gonna miss enough to justify that. And look, you're not even freezing it anyways, dude. So you're roaming around.
Red team has
You get a deep ward. I like how you're trying to be... You're trying to be creative here. Ooh, you kind of got punked. Oh, you lived. This is a very nice play. This is very nice how you're playing this.
rampage.
Nice, dude. Cool. That works. You're all in. Probably could have been a little bit cleaner. Alright, now what you need to be doing, Zach gets a kill for you. We're figuring out how we throw this game, so let's start with that. It looks like the turret's down at bot. So you've got the first blood gold in the turret. I would really like Rift Herald if I were you. I would be taking Rift Herald over taking this. The reason why is because the first blood gold in the turret's already gone to your team. Does this lane look like it's going to get any harder anytime soon? No. Do we need to get this turret down first? No. We have a huge wave on the turret. All this shit's going to die anyways. You guys are about to do this turret instead of doing Rift Herald. Either that or you're about to cross between the wave, which personally I think is a little silly, considering you can get this Rift Herald, which is going to buff you for a long ass time. If Trundle wants to try to defend you at Rift Herald, guess what? He just dies. And he misses fire. So you kill this dude. Cool. Another excuse to do Rift Herald. Do you do it though? You flank. Alright, let's see the mid flank. We've got what? We've got an ult. Okay, let's see how this looks. Good stun on the Yi. How do you guys lose it? How does these people lose in these games? Rift Herald now. How about a Rift Herald? Can I get a Rift, dude? No? How about a Rift now? Are we doing it now? Do we get it? Does nobody care about Rift Herald? Does nobody like Rift Herald? Does anybody? Anybody want Rift? No? Okay. I guess we're just farming champs. That's what you fuckers get for not taking Rift Herald. Damn it, Lucifer. Get Trundle's flash. Dive. Good. No. Okay. Wow. Are you shitting on this kid? Oh my god, no. Okay.
Shut down.
I like the outplay and all that shit. I think it was pretty good back here. But I would have liked you to consider this option. When Yi shows up in ults, I'm okay with you trading and everything, but use this. Use this shit, dude. Use your dash. Be calm here. You're not in any rush to fight as Renekton, believe it or not. You can really pick and choose your spots when you get this fed. I really would have liked to see you escape from the fucking golems here, as opposed to trading and getting shut down, or trading and giving two guys who are under-leveled a kill. Remember that, like, when I play Tryndamere, one of the things I always say is that getting caught is oftentimes worse. Like, even trading 1-for-1 when you're fed on Tryndamere and shit like that is oftentimes worse. Wow. Anyways, if you're dying, like, 1-for-1 here, I just don't know if it's worth. You get Yi's ult, and if you get his ult and then get out and waste his time, it's so much better. Dude, you gotta understand, you've given this guy kills. He's been leaking kills, or you guys have been leaking kills to this dude all game. He's gonna be a god soon. You can't give away the freebies for this, like, 1v2 shit. You just can't. It's like I said earlier today. It's just leagues designed for give and take, yin and yang. I just think that this is silly to give this when you could very easily walk. Just, you know, you could try to kill him. But I want you to keep your dash and use that shit. There's no rush. Remember, there's no rush. He's not gonna kill you that fast. So be careful with that. Be careful with those deaths. Because that adds up quick with a champion like Eve. Remember, doesn't matter how hard you shit on your top lane, because jungle's a bullshit role, right? Jungle can always come back. There's so many champs designed for the jungle to just come back and kill you later. Graves, Nidalee, Yi, Zac, fucking everything right now. Like even Rumble jungle. Fuck shit up later if you give him a couple kills. So here, jungle's pretty much inting, which is cool. Yi gets dragon. You're really not... You haven't really tried to get Rift this game, and that makes me sad, because that's the thing that, like, brings you to a stupid level of burst that no one can even get near. Okay, so you're lingering, you're floating, you realize that you should back up, that's good. You should be looking at red, you do. I like how you're pressuring this is very smart. I like your pressure here, dude. This is very good from you as a top laner. Now you guys get Rift. You get it a little late for my taste. Do you get picked doing it? No, you don't. Nice. Cool. Okay, so now you're pushing. You're gonna get good damage on it. Okay. Should avoid getting hooked there, but you know that already. How do you guys lose this game, dude? I don't understand. I know I say that a lot, but... Seriously. Is this the throw? Is this the fabled throw? Nope. That's the throw. Nope. Holy shit. So you're huge. You're big. You're going dead man's, I would assume. You're gonna farm this Trundle again. You're taking camps. I mean, your team gets wiped somehow. Well. So you elect to do some grouping, which I was just gonna say, maybe it's time to group if you can't get anything else done. Okay, you're going bottom. You're gonna try to pull pressure. You don't push in too deep, though, for some reason. I mean, you're big here, so I really want you, like, somewhere. Oh. No, we're not doing Baron. That was a waste. You got nobody helping you, dude. It's gonna take you an hour. This was just silly. This was just a silly, cocky move that you guys made. I hate that. That makes me mad. Look how stupid. You guys don't even have the damage for that. You're not pushing in enough here. You're huge, dude. You're massive. Why aren't you like fucking... You need to be up somewhere. Push something. Get something done. I hate how you just kind of floated for the past 5 minutes around the backside of the map. Go somewhere. Fucking put a ward here and go, or put a ward here and go. Get down here. And you don't necessarily have to fight anybody, but pull them to you for a moment. Get control of the, like, they're just running around everywhere and they don't feel any pressure to sit back. They should not be able to be halfway up the map versus you right now because you're so ahead of them. And I really feel like you're wasting a lot of time just running around and never actually applying pressure anywhere. You have a Rift Herald, like you shred a fucking turret. Yeah, become Hashinshin, dude. Fucking AFK split or something. We need to do something. We're letting these guys farm back in, and I hate that. Because you may be fed, but guess what? Your ADC may suck dick compared to theirs, and it kind of looks like he does. Now here, what are you doing? Oh, it's happening. There it is. An org psychologist. Oh my god. Wednesday. Wednesday, you're in the queue. We need to make a list. I need one of my mods to make a list on Discord, please, God. Or I'm gonna fall behind. Wednesday, I'll get your shit recorded. It'll be on YouTube within a week. All right. So yeah, let's talk about this. So you fucking dumpstered your lane. Hard dumpster. You get Rift Herald, and for some reason, you just start running around. I want you down here, dude. I want you down here, dude. Pushing the turrets. Bringing people to you. Who knows what Thresh is doing? Yo, Thresh is legit farming golems right now, dude. The tiltingest shit I've ever seen. He legit farming golems. Why is this happening? Someone must be raging at him, right? There wasn't enough pressure, but that's the thing. You were the pressure. You were the pressure all game. You were top. You were dumpstering your top lane. You had Rift Herald. You were taking golems. Why did you stop doing that in favor of whatever you were just running around? Go and make your own split. Like make shit happen. Yeah, I don't like that, I mean, obviously you're getting trolled a little bit, but, like, I still don't think you got enough value out of this Rift Herald and out of your lead. So you're going top now. I don't know, this game just kind of fell apart all of a sudden. But this is why I'm a big advocate of staying towards this side of the map after you get top down. Because if you're always here and you never get caught, and you're always here, they can't push into you like this. But if we back up, you did some kind of weird ass shit. You went up here, you were taking camps, I liked what I saw. But then you stopped all of a sudden. You ran around. Look, you're running around everywhere. You're going farming. You were gonna back, but then you canceled it to take a gromp. And then you go bottom. Watch. You go bottom. You start pushing. But then you stop. You stop and you back. But I don't see why. Jinx and Zach were coming off of cooldown. That means that you don't have to defend this, dude. You don't have to be here. Zach, Jinx, they're all going to be here. Poppy's going to be here. They are not going to let this fall. Assume that your teammates will not just let an inhib fall. And then you go and you sit right here and you see what you can find. You can put... donation. Thanks for the donation. Holy fuck. We got the series, boys. We got the series. Thank you. Now, you poke around here and you keep them with you until your team comes back. You don't have to pressure it. You don't have to even attack it. You could just sit here for a second. You're Renekton, you've got flash, you've got ult, you've got 2 fucking gap closers and a stun, dude. You don't even have to hit these minions. You just sit here. Yeah, you just sit here and you keep these guys towards you until your team spawns and thins out minions and pushes out the wave. Keep them around. Just float. Just float. You could also, you know, you could put a ward here. You could put a ward here. You could bring a pink ward as you're coming up. You could bring a pink ward and you could just drop it right here. And then you could just float. You could float. And any time you walk up to the minions, you don't even have to attack them. You can just wait until someone pops their head up. And then you can start doing some deductive processes here. You could be like, okay, Trundle's top. I don't see anybody. They see me, though, so they're going to move towards me. That is going to buy you time for your team to push waves, get situated, figure out if they have a brain or not, and then maybe pull the game that way, okay? I just don't like that what you started to do was you started to just kind of run around like a chicken with your head cut off, and you didn't apply the pressure. You had such a big lead, and I'm not saying this game's all on you. I definitely just saw the Thresh sitting here attacking golems. I'm not stupid. I'm just saying that in general, I don't like fucking leaving it to chance. I want people to be where I want them to be. If I have 3 people towards bottom side, there's a chance that my team can do Baron. If I have 3 people bottom side, there's a chance that my team pushes up to mid. But they're not going to be pushing to me, and that's what I'm more concerned about. I want them away, because if they're down here, it takes them an hour to get to this turret. But if they're all in mid, if they're all top side, guess what? It's a very quick rotation to Baron. It's a very quick rotation to tier 2. It's a very quick rotation to just about anything. But if they're way down here, they're out in the fucking desert, dude. They're not near shit. Okay? So I love how you played this lane, and I love how you got fed, and you know, you got trolled, and maybe this game was unwinnable anyways, but I definitely don't feel like we got enough done here. You need to assume that your team is going to cover this shit. They're going to cover the top for you. You don't need to be there. I want to know, what I want to know is I want to know who I can fight, if I can 2v1 anybody. Maybe I can't 2v1 Yi and Lucian, but fuck, I'm going to try to do that before I'm going to start running around like this. I'm going to try to use my lead to get something done and figure out what I can get away with. Because I think you're pretty big right now. I think that you know, you'd probably be able to kill, you know, maybe even kill both of them. But see, you come out of base, and look how you play this. You go straight to a Baron, which is super wasteful. You could have pushed out mid. You know, you could have done a lot of shit here without burning your ult. It was just a silly moment. Anyways, let's push back ahead. Let's push back to after we got done doing whatever it was we were doing. Great, he fucking dumps to the Lucian, but they're on Baron. That sucks. This was a rough one. There's no point in contesting it. It was wrong. You can't 1v4. It doesn't matter how fed you are. You can't 1v4. Unless you have, you can't 1v4 even if you have Ignite. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Blue team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
This game was rough, dude. I can give you that this game was kind of bullshit. Your team just kind of derped some point in the middle there. I think that, you know, you're comboing a little bit can clean up. You got a massive feeder, right? In your lane that you can take advantage of. You know, don't forget, like I said before, don't forget that those little kills that you leaked off to the Yi because you guys like wouldn't just do the Rift Herald and knock the turrets down faster. Those little kills kind of caught back up to you. And like I said, sometimes your team just sucks dick and it is what it is. But the other thing that I really want to hammer home is that I think that after you got the top tier 2 down, you really want to be up here, just like I do with Tryndamere, dude. It's the same thing, just like I do with Tryndamere. And you just float right around here. If anybody comes for you, especially Yi, play in your escape before he shows up. He has Ghost, he can't really chase you, and you probably 1v1 him as long as you just bait out his ult, right? So, overall, I think, yeah, you got trolled a little bit. I think that your game sense as a top laner is getting pretty good. You seem like you know how to be assertive with, like, okay, I have the lead. Let me get in the jungle and take some shit. Let me shove lanes. Let me control this fucking game. I like that. You're off to a great start. I just think that as soon as you get that type of lead, I really want to see you extend it to the bottom lane. And, you know, just try to try to leech that XP, try to give a turret, get an extra turret anytime somebody pushes, and then if you bring people to you, then 2v1 it or whatever. But like I said, rough game. These will happen. You play like you did this game, and you get the lead that you got this game. You should be in pretty good shape going forward. Just try to polish out the times that the times at your top, the times at your bottom. Because ultimately, what it comes down to as a top laner is that if you don't trust your team, which I didn't trust your team, is whether or not you keep your opponents near you most of the game to give your team. Think of it this way: if your team is struggling for 10 minutes, maybe in 20 they'll figure out what their fucking champions do. Or maybe you'll just split push so well that your team will figure out that they can take a Baron or an objective. Or maybe your team will make a pick while you're splitting. But yeah, once they've demonstrated that they don't know what they're doing, then I'm going bottom. But alright, dude, I hope this helps you. Sorry that this game was unlucky for you. Unlucky games happen. But remember, some of the unluck was because you leaked a couple kills to Yi that you shouldn't have. Remember, like, I know it's like really nitpicking you, but it happens versus junglers. Like you give a champion like Yi a couple kills, he becomes a problem, and now your champ doesn't deal with him well. And you don't have a carry. You didn't really have a carry. You had Poppy, Mid, and fucking Jinx who sucked dick. So, that was just a rough game. Alright, guys. I'm done. I love all y'all. I'm out. Peace. Crackers.